I'm Dr. Stephen Kligowitz, president of Franklin's Opus, and I'm here today with Dr. Phillip Magness, who is academic program director for the Institute for Humane Studies at George Mason University. Dr. Magness has his own website, philmagnes.com. He's a frequent blogger for cosmosonline.org, and he is the author of Colonization After Emancipation, Lincoln and the Movement for Black Resettlement. Welcome, Dr. Magness.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
I want to talk first about Abraham Lincoln.
Yeah.
Abraham Lincoln is an icon of American history. We have him on the penny, the $5 bill. We have this temple not far from here, the Lincoln Memorial, to his memory as the great emancipator, the man who saved the Union. He is probably more immune than anyone else, including George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, to criticism. But you have criticized him. So tell me, what's wrong with this picture of Lincoln as the pure icon of American history?
Yeah, well, as you mentioned, he's kind of survived and endured several generations of reinterpretation of historical events, far more so than Washington, Madison, Jefferson, all these other iconic figures of the American tradition. For a variety of reasons. One of it is Lincoln is probably, and I have no issue with admitting this, he's probably the greatest spokesman with the spoken word and written word for some of the ideals that we really cherish as the core of the American tradition. And his spoken word has endured for a multitude of different reasons, but just mastery of the English language. He projects a very beautiful image and a succinct image of what the American ideal, the American founding, is all about. That, in and of itself, kind of insulates him as an iconic figure. I do criticize Lincoln, but I don't try to tear Lincoln down by any means. My approach to studying Lincoln as a historical figure is to humanize him, to place him in his own context, to try to understand why he made the decisions that he did at a particular point in history, including controversial decisions that may grate some of the modern readers' basic sensibilities of issues of race, issues of limited government, where Lincoln does run into some trouble areas.
Let's talk about one of those trouble areas, colonization. A lot of people probably haven't heard of this concept. What is colonization?
Yeah, so the colonization movement emerges really around the turn of the 19th century as a conceptual idea, as a very gradualist approach to affecting anti-slavery in basically the states that realized that slavery would be a problem on the horizon. But they don't buy into the whole idea of an immediate abolition as the solution to that problem. They see it as a very complex political situation that is not easy to remove themselves from. So one of the ideas that is devised is to effect gradual emancipation over a period of many, many years, often coupled with compensation for the slave owner. Part and parcel with that would be the transport of the slaves back to Africa to recolonize them in what was perceived to be their homeland. So Liberia is the first and foremost example of this. It's founded in 1816 with the creation of the American Colonization Society. And this is a very prominent organization. It has many leading political figures of the United States that are on board with this. It's built on an idea that Thomas Jefferson had been sympathetic to. The founding figures of it are men like Henry Clay, James Madison, John Randolph of Roanoke, Bushrod Washington, the Supreme Court Justice, Francis Scott Key. Some very iconic figures are involved in this. And these are gradualist anti-slavery men in the abstract, but they're also from states that have slavery. Many of them are slave owners. So they devised this idea as a way to extract America from this problem that they've recognized, that everyone recognizes as something on the horizon is going to be a source of political discord.